Morgan Freeman. He was traveling on a Mississippi highway around 11:30 last night when his car flipped over.
Hollywood superstar, golden voice, and symbol of perseverance, Morgan Freeman has recently broken some devastating news to his legion of devoted followers. This isn't some made-up story. It's tragic and true. Freeman confronts an unexpected personal obstacle as millions wait in suspense. See the heartbreaking ordeal playing out behind the scenes and find out why his legion of devoted followers are coming to his defense. Morgan Freeman's life exemplifies the universal celebrity that can be achieved by anybody with skill and perseverance, from his humble beginnings to his older years. He and his 4 siblings were born in Memphis, Tennessee on June 1, 1937. Both of his parents were hard-working individuals. His mother taught and his father cut hair. Their names were Mamie Edna and Morgan Porterfield. Freeman Sr., given the widespread infrastructure difficulties in the segregated South at that era, young Morgan faced obstacles that may have permanently doomed him. But he found solace in the arts. A love for performing blossomed in Freeman from an early age. He became well known for his roles in the school plays after joining them. Even though he was just 12 years old, he won the state theater contest, a feat that foretold his future achievements. Getting to the top, however, was not quite a fairy tale. Unexpectedly, Freeman turned down a partial acting scholarship to Jackson State University after high school. Nonetheless, he became a radar technician for the U.S. Air Force. The phase of his life while Freeman was in the military was the most formative of all. Important life skills for the chaotic performing industry that he honed include self-control, patience, and persistence. After 4 years of working, Freeman decided he wanted to pursue acting instead. He left the military and found the harsh reality of the Hollywood industry when he relocated to Los Angeles. Setting up a regular work schedule was no easy feat. Over the years, Freeman worked odd jobs ranging from cleaning to acting in small theater productions to working at a department store. Despite the obvious difficulty of the struggle, he grew as an actor with each of these experiences. Particularly in Hollywood, where youth is sometimes valued more than experience, it serves as a reminder that success does not always come easily or fast. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Freeman's big break came later in life. The Electric Company, a children's television series, had him as an actor in 1971. Freeman really shone in the stage and on screen. However, this role did get him some notice. He immersed himself in several stage productions in the 70s and 80s, honing his skills and gradually gaining a reputation for outstanding brilliance. He got his big break when he secured the role of Hoke Colburn in the critically acclaimed off-Broadway production of Driving Miss Daisy. This role laid the groundwork for his debut in Hollywood. It wasn't until Freeman played the aggressive, fast-talking pimp Fast Black in Street Smart in 1987 that he gained widespread national fame. His talent to embody complex personalities was on full display in this role, which earned him his first Best Supporting Actor Oscar nomination. This was the first step on the ladder to stardom in Hollywood, where he would eventually shine. Glory, 1989, Driving Miss Daisy, 1989, Lean on Me, 1989, and The Shawshank Redemption, 1994, were some of Freeman's outstanding performances after this success, solidifying his status as a top notional actor. His portrayal of intelligent, authoritative characters, along with his composed demeanor and deep, strong voice, produced legendary results. When talking about Freeman, it's impossible to avoid mentioning his appearances as God in the 2003 and 2007 films Bruce Almighty and Evan Almighty, respectively, which cemented his status as a beloved Hollywood actor. A role that showcased his speed and good looks, as Lucius Fox in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy catapulted him into the pantheon of Hollywood's most lucrative superhero series. The range of Freeman's acting abilities is extensive. He portrays a range of characters from the subdued dignity of Red in The Shawshank Redemption to the resolute resolve of Detective Somerset in C7N, 1995, and the empathetic boxing trainer Eddie Dupree in $1 Million Baby, 2002. He was justly honored with an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for his outstanding performance in this second half. His versatility has allowed him to thrive in a wide range of genres, including drama, thriller, and science fiction. He brings his own style to every role he plays, whether he's delving into the complexities of human emotion or navigating a gripping story. The strong, distinct voice that Freeman had was one of his most distinctive traits and an important part of his legacy. Some say that just by reading it out, he might give the phone book a new meaning. The scientific series Through the Wormhole, 2000-2001, and the documentary March of the Penguins, 2005-2006, include his narration, which has become synonymous with authority and wisdom. He is one of the most in-demand narrators because of the spellbinding effect his steady voice and smooth tones have on listeners. Every production that Freeman is a part of, whether it's a film or a documentary, benefits from the profound emotional resonance and comprehension that his voice brings to the screen. Even when he's not acting, Morgan Freeman is a dedicated philanthropist and fierce advocate for causes he believes in. Environmental protection, racial equality, and educational opportunities have all benefited from his consistent use of his position over the years. Given his belief that people from all walks of life should have equal opportunities to succeed, Freeman has been particularly vocal about the gravity of these issues. His commitment to social justice and the transformative power of education, which he views as a fundamental right, are his driving forces. In 2004, Freeman co-founded the Granada Relief Fund, which was a major step forward with the Now Plan and TNOW, because they provide much-needed aid to those affected by hurricanes and other severe weather. These programs demonstrate his commitment to helping the less fortunate. Oftentimes, communities are left vulnerable and destroyed by devastating natural catastrophes. When a disaster strikes, Freeman knows that the first call for aid is a desperate one. By establishing these funds, he has shown unwavering commitment to ensuring that those affected may obtain assistance, mirroring the altruism and kindness seen in nature. Beyond monetary donations, his dedication takes the form of active support for causes that seek to raise awareness and gather resources for those who have suffered catastrophic losses. Beekeeping is another unconventional hobby of Freeman's that reveals his passion for the environment. He has transformed his 124-acre ranch in Mississippi into a haven for bees as a way to highlight the important role these pollinators play in our ecosystem. More than just protecting bees, our action is about getting the word out about the importance of environmental sustainability and getting people to see the need to preserve. Since Freeman believes that we should all do our part to save the planet, he is setting a good example. He plans to educate the public about the declining bee population and its impact on biodiversity and food production by establishing a sanctuary. His writings bring attention to a broader point about the need of protecting our environment for future generations and the interconnectedness of all living things. However, this iconic figure has had a far from easy existence. The profound impact of personal tragedies and significant physical challenges on Freeman's outlook on life cannot be overstated. He has a history of health problems, including a serious car accident in 2008 that left him with permanent disabilities. However, he is famous for his unique voice and commanding presence on film. The incident was a watershed moment for Freeman, forcing him to confront mortality and the impermanence of existence. He had to reevaluate his priorities after this experience tested not just his physical strength, but also his mental health. Freeman has had horrific losses to his family on top of these health issues. He has refocused his goals and become much closer to his family after overcoming the pain of losing loved ones. His pain highlights the importance of connections and the fleeting nature of life. Over the last several years, he has made an effort to intentionally spend quality time with his children and grandkids, realizing that these connections are very important. Amidst the pressures of fame, He finds enormous joy and stability in his roles as a parent and grandpa. Freeman has been married twice and is a happy father of 4 children, all of whom play significant roles in his life. Their unwavering love and encouragement have helped him weather the storms of his remarkable career. Freeman often speaks about how his family has kept him grounded and how important they are. He says that his already complex and illustrious life is even more profound because of this familial focus. Despite the significance of his accolades and recognitions, he knows that his family and the love they provide will be his rock through thick and thin. Morgan Freeman is significant because of his personal struggles and triumphs, even if he is a famous actor who has inspired millions via his performances. Behind the renowned personas, they show a guy who has faced adversity elegantly and resiliently. Every story of triumph conceals a complex web of challenges, as Freeman's journey teaches us. Our character is shaped by how we handle adversity. In addition to bettering his own life, Freeman inspires others to do the same by living according to his principles and cherishing those closest to him. The ups and downs of marriage and parenting have shaped Morgan Freeman into the person he is today. Along with tales of fame and fortune in Hollywood, his story is one of growth, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds of family. 1967 years ago, Freeman wed Jeanette Bradshaw for the first time. Over the course of more than a decade, they weathered the storms of a budding Hollywood career side by side, building a life together. Managing the responsibilities of family life with the pressures of performance was no easy feat. During this time, Freeman was also coming into his own as a husband, father, and performer. He learned the ins and outs of commitment and the challenges it entailed throughout these formative years. On occasion, Freeman reflects on how this marriage altered his perspective on the nature of family and interpersonal connections. He learned the hard way that love means being understanding, flexible, and patient. They divorced in 1979 due to the strains of his rising stardom, which had already begun to strain their marriage. The lesson was painful, but it strengthened me in the end. Freeman emerged from the experience with a deeper understanding of love and his own complexities. A few years later, in 1984, Freeman found love again with talented costume designer Myrna Kaylee Lee. Their marriage began a new chapter in his life that would last for an incredible 24 years. During this period, Freeman had immense personal bliss, as well as a meteoric rise in his work. Critical acclaim and many accolades helped solidify his position as an accomplished actor and one of Hollywood's most revered figures. As they supported one another in their professional endeavors, the couple's bond became stronger. The marital bliss that was this one was short-lived, however. After many happy years together, Freeman and Kaylee Lee announced their breakup in 2010 on the grounds that they could not reconcile. It was clear that the separation was difficult for him. Dealing with the pressures of fame while also resolving internal conflicts may be rather demanding. The emotional toll of divorce is something he has spoken openly about, and he has stressed the value of honest communication and mutual respect in partnerships. Through it all, he maintained his notion that hardship may lead to personal growth. In the midst of these difficulties, Freeman found solace in his family, particularly his 4 children: Dina, Morgana, Alfonso, and Saifullah. Every child has brought unique wisdom and experiences into his life. Freeman takes his role as a dad very seriously, and he often reflects on the ways in which parenthood has changed him. He says in interviews that no matter how successful he is at work, the people he is most proud of, his children and grandchildren, are the ones who make him happy. Family has been there for Freeman through the good times and the bad, supporting him and encouraging him no matter what. Health problems and the tragic loss of his step-granddaughter were among them that had a profound impact on him. His connection with his children has become stronger as a result of these experiences, which have taught him to cherish each moment since life is fleeting. As he matures, Freeman realizes that these connections provide him stability and comfort, which helps him to ground himself amid the chaos of life. His thoughts on becoming a dad show how committed he is to his family's principles. Freeman is well known for his warm and affectionate connection with his children, and he often shares moving anecdotes about their lives and accomplishments. He argues that being a parent is more about involvement and presence than about providing for one's family. He wishes he could be there for them, celebrating their victories and guiding them through their tragedies. Families may be better able to weather life's storms if they participate in this activity together and build trusting relationships via open communication. His family's affection and support remain paramount as he navigates the last stages of his life. Success for Freeman is not measured in accolades and renown, but in the invaluable moments he shares with his family and friends. This focus on family in the midst of the glitz and glamour of Hollywood makes his story more relatable, which in turn makes it more inspiring. Morgan Freeman's life is an inspiring tale of resilience and fortitude, replete with incredible triumphs and immense adversity. He was born on June 1, 1937, in Memphis, Tennessee, and he has seen the world transform while making an indelible mark on the film industry. With his recent health issues, Freeman's tragic and inspiring journey has taken him to the age of 87. A major turning point in Freeman's life occurred in the year 2008, which would have long-lasting consequences. He was involved in a near-fatal car accident while traveling to his beloved Mississippi home with a buddy. Suppose this famous actor, who is famous for his commanding screen presence, found himself suddenly in a situation where his life was on the line. The vehicle they were in flipped over many times, ensnaring Freeman within, before crashing into a ditch. Rescuers worked around the clock to get him out of the rubble after a terrifying ordeal that almost took his life. It was a tremendous sacrifice, yet Freeman somehow survived the collision. His left arm was the primary site of his severe injuries. Can you fathom the frustration that such an injury might cause for someone whose job relies heavily on physical expression? After suffering from nerve damage, Freeman sought some kind of functionality via surgery. He never fully recovered his left hand, no matter how many times the doctor prescribed medication. His livelihood and day-to-day activities have been greatly impacted by this destruction, which serves as a stark reminder of how quickly circumstances may shift. For pain relief and to prevent blood from collecting in his injured leg, Freeman is using a compression glove today. His left hand, which he used for expression and creativity before, is now almost unusable. He has spoken frankly about his agony, describing it as horrible. His struggles with fibromyalgia, an illness characterized by widespread physical symptoms, particularly in his left arm, were highlighted in an interview he gave in 2012. Freeman said, "It gets so awful with the fibromyalgia up and down the arm. Great agony." Simply said, the man whose voice has narrated some of the most inspirational stories on film has battled his own. It's evidence of his will that he keeps acting and staying engaged in Hollywood despite ongoing suffering. His obvious commitment to his trade shows that he is a real fighter, not only a gifted actor. Particularly in public view, Freeman's circumstances has also spurred conversations on aging and health. Whether from personal experience or seeing loved ones handling similar problems, many individuals can identify to his challenges. It reminds us that behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, performers like Freeman are human and deal with issues that the outside world would usually overlook. Freeman's path in many respects captures the core of resiliency. Though life has worn on him, he resists let his disabilities define him. His dedication to performing is relentless, and he keeps assuming parts that enthrall viewers. Seeing someone who has overcome hardship continuing to pursue their goal with such zest has great power. Freeman has also demonstrated that his heart is as large as his talent by using his position to support other causes. Whether talking about health concerns, environmental preservation, or racial equality, he speaks to increase awareness and encourage transformation. His encounters have given him a different outlook on life and enabled closer connection with people. Looking at Freeman's life, one can easily respect not just his outstanding filmography but also his capacity to overcome obstacles. His story teaches us that navigating the road in between counts more than just where you start or even finish. Although life has dealt him curveballs, Freeman has constantly proved that he can overcome them, therefore demonstrating that real strength resides not only in physical ability, but in the resiliency of the soul. In a society too frequently preoccupied with youth and perfection, Morgan Freeman is a lighthouse of authenticity and hope. His path serves as a striking reminder that although we could encounter obstacles, our reaction to them will define us finally. Audiences all across are applauding him not only as an actor but also as a monument to the strength of will and the human spirit as he keeps gracing the screen. Thank you for watching. If you want to be updated on your favorite actors' adventures, like and subscribe. Our prayers are with Morgan Freeman and his family ones at this difficult time.